Today's video is about a time when a global conflict erupts on Earth and tensions escalate among the crew aboard the International Space Station. As US and Russian astronauts receive orders from their respective governments to seize control of the station, they face a moral dilemma that will test their loyalties and humanity. The movie starts with two astronauts, Dr. Kira Foster and Christian Campbell, traveling to the I.S.S. on Soyuz rocket. They dock with the station. Kira and Campbell get inside, where she meets with her commanding officer, Gordon Barrett, and Russian cosmonauts Veronika Vetrov and brothers Nikolai and Alexei Pulov. They all pose for a picture on the camera. Despite the language barrier and cultural differences, the Americans and Russians get along well. Kira gets a tour from Gordon, who shows her where her things are stored and her sleeping quarters. Gordon explains the hum they hear is the life support system, and if they don't hear it, they're in trouble. He shows her the workstation and lockboxes for research. Kira starts working, taking out some mice for her experiments. She meets Alexei, who says they'll be working closely. Later, while the crews are having dinner, Christian gives the everyone gifts: candy, a drawing from Nika's nieces, and a space tether necklace for Kira. Nikolai brings out a bottle of intoxicating beverage, and they all start having fun. Kira is invited to tour the viewing deck. As she gazes out of the large window at Earth, she is reminded that only 500 people have ever seen the world from this perspective. Despite her stoic demeanor, Kira can't help but smile at the incredible sight. Next morning, Kira and the others attend to their duties. As Kira reaches to the viewing deck, she's shocked by what seems like multiple eruptions across Earth. After a moment, it's clear this isn't isolated. Explosions are happening everywhere. Both crews panic, calling for help from their mission control. Gordon is at the computer when he receives a classified message from Mission Control. The United States and Russia are at war, and he's ordered to take the station from the Russians by any means necessary. He hides the orders from Kira and Christian momentarily. Before he can ask what is the reason for the order, the station powers down unexpectedly and then resets. On the other end, it looks like Nikolai also received some transmission from his mission control. Kira and Christian are informed about the message by Gordon. Christian suspects the Russians were given a similar order from their government. Meanwhile, Nika informs that the station is orbiting too low and in danger of falling towards Earth's surface if aid does not arrive within 24 hours. Kira sends out a message requesting propulsion, hoping Mission Control will get it. Nikolai informs the crew that an antenna outside the station is broken. Though suspicious, Gordon suits up to go outside and fix it. Nika comes up to Gordon and double-checks his suit and kisses him, revealing the two are lovers. In an attempt to reassure Christian and Kira, Gordon says he has faith in the Russians. He walks outdoors and witnesses the burning and ruined United States while on the communications channel with Kira. He tells Kira to keep the crew away from the windows. Alexei, in the meantime, approaches a panel and stares at a bunch of wires. Though hesitating at first, he ends up cutting the wire which severs the communication between Gordon and his fellow Americans inside the station and replaces it with a fake wire to hide his sabotage. Unbeknownst to Alexei and Veronika, Nikolai pilots the station's arm to knock Gordon off, seemingly to his death. He had also been told to use all available methods to seize the station. Gordon is not visible or reachable, so Kira and Nika prepare to check his tether and are startled to see that it has unplugged. Their crew members inform them about Gordon's passing, even though they still want to look for him. As Christian and Kira strategize their next move, Nika confronts Alexei and Nikolai and learns the truth about what happened. Nika approaches Kira for assistance after becoming enraged and disappointed with her comrades. After exchanging keys, Nika instructs her to look for Alexei's box at Node 0, which holds samples for curing radiation poisoning. She is told that this box could determine who survives or dies in a nuclear war in the event that either nation seizes the space station. Nika urges Kira to take the samples and leave in the Soyuz rocket, while she creates a distraction for Kira to leave. Nika goes to a chamber holding a drill in her hand and releases pure oxygen, threatening Alexei and Nikolai with blowing up the station by using the drill to spark the oxygen. While everything is going on, Kira searches through the Russian lockers and asks Christian for assistance in finding Node 0. Christian responds that it does not exist and accuses Nika of deceiving Kira. Kira and Christian go find their Russian co-workers, and Christian strikes Nika in the back of the head with a pressurized tank, killing her. Alexei and Nikolai mourn her. Kira tries to deny her death, but Christian knows he caved her skull in with the hit. Alexei refuses to assist Nikolai in killing the Americans when he asks him to. As Nikolai searches for Christian and Kira to kill them, they choose to hide inside the storage room. Alexei discovers Gordon is still alive and is clinging to the side of the International Space Station when he is watching a monitor. He pulls him back into the station with the arm. Nikolai reaches the storage room where Kira and Christian were hiding. Kira tries to evade him, only to be seen by Alexei, who pulls her to the side. Nikolai calls out to Kira and Christian, lying that Nika is just injured and can be healed, and they should try and work things out. Finding Christian, Nikolai attacks him, only to be stopped by Gordon, who asks where Nika is. Realizing she is dead, the enraged Gordon fights Nikolai in a locked hallway. Attacking Nikolai with a drill, Gordon grapples with him, only to get the drill taken from him. Nikolai impales Gordon with the drill. Gordon, with the last of his strength, grabs a screwdriver that Nikolai had and pierces his neck in turn. Both dead, their bodies float in the hallway. After the incident, Kira notices Node 0 written on a door, revealing Nika was not lying after all, and goes to find Christian in his sleep pod. There she finds a Soyuz suit and the Russian research, revealing Christian was attempting to return to Earth alone. Kira finds Christian and Alexei making food. Christian tries to frame Kira by telling Alexei about Nika's plan to have Kira take Alexei's research and abandon them. Kira realizes that Christian has gone mad, perhaps realizing his family is dead and having nothing else, wants to escape the station the only way he knows how. She points to Alexei, who turns off the music that was playing, and he realizes the life support is off. Realizing they have found out, Christian admits he disabled the life support, but he ends up attacking Kira and Alexei. He stabs Alexei through the hand. Despite the pain, Alexei grabs him tight, and Kira strangle him to death with the strap of the miniature Soyuz U. Christian gave Kira as a welcome gift. Kira and Alexei restore the life support system, and the communication system finally reactivates. As they sit in the viewing chamber, the message request for a propulsion boost is seen and acknowledged, getting them out of immediate danger. Both governments come through, asking for confirmation that the astronauts have completed their respective missions to take control of the station. Rather than respond or comply with either government's orders, they board a Soyuz spacecraft with Alexei's research aboard and plummet to Earth in an uncontrolled freefall. When Alexei asks where they are going, Kira responds, "I don't know." Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel.